Nini Fifi, Transforming Satan's Lies. And as you can see, we have some enthusiasts here on the concept. And this is another one of those things that I originally taught to myself, going, I should probably do this, and I'm the only person on the planet who needs this. I started working with it with myself, and in a session one day, I tried other things, and I says, well, let me show you this thing I do for myself. And the person goes, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. You just changed my life. And I'm all, no, I didn't. I just taught you this little thing called a Nini Fifi. Notice it, name it, flip it, find it. It is not uncommon that one of the main reasons we lose battles for our self-mastery is that by the time we catch Satan getting into our head, he's already so far deep in there, we don't have the capability or the skill to fight it. If we don't notice it, and I'm going to come back to teach you how to notice it better, then we're dead. Now, I know that the second part, name it, is not a problem for any of you women because you're so emotionally self-aware. Nod with me, yes, okay. All right, if that's not true, just nod anyway, so it's okay. Satan likes to use gooey conglomerates of messy emotions like a mist of darkness so you can't really figure out what he's doing. Think of naming it as like clarifying so you can put crosshairs on his forehead and then you know which protocol to use, because if you don't know if you're having anxiety or if it's a depression attack, you're like moving your gun back and forth and you never know when to pull the trigger. Now, when it comes to thinking, even though many of you do it very fast due to your amazing ADHD brains, the brain actually only has one thought at a time. But obnoxiously, you can have like 7 emotions at once. For some of you more advanced people, you can have a dozen. Isn't that lovely? That you can just have I call it a cornucopia of emotions, and then you put it all in a blender and push frappe, and now you have no idea what's going on inside of you. All I know is I got smoothie emotions, and so sometimes you're like, what are you feeling? Stuff. Then we flip it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to predict the future first, because some of you have had so many frequent emotions, you probably can guess which one's coming soon. So Heidi, of the menu of emotions you probably will feel that are unwanted, what is a likely unwanted emotion you're going to experience in the next 12 hours?
Laziness.
Laziness. Okay.
Is that an emotion?
That is an emotion. We'll call it an emotion. Okay. For those of you who it's not laziness, pick yours most likely unwanted emotion in the next 12 hours. For some of you, cut it to 6. For some of you, cut it to 3. For some of you, cut it to in the next 15 minutes. But just like go out until you can find, there's one right there. There's an unwanted emotion. We're now going to flip it. Okay, by flip it, that's a little elementary school name for the antonym, the opposite emotion. Please type into the chat a word or two that you would use that's the opposite of lazy. And then what we're going to do is Heidi's going to look at that as a menu of options. So this is part of discovery. We're going to discover 3 is my preferred, 3 words that are Heidi's opposite of lazy. Now, this has been very interesting for me because I can never guess what somebody's opposite of an emotion is. Because sometimes it surprises me like, oh, that's not what I would have chosen. All right, we've got energized, motivated, industrious, renewed, productive. Do you see 3 words there yet, Heidi, that you're in love with? Opposite of lazy. What do you got?
Motivated is my favorite. I also like industrious and productive.
So in preparation for the next battle, we start with name it, and I'll explain why in a minute. So I'm going to just type in notice it first. Notice it. Then I'm going to skip down and put name it. Laziness. All right, now we're going to write down, all we're doing for this part of flip it is naming the opposite emotions for Heidi. Motivated, industrious.
And I'm actually going to pick renewed.
Ooh.
Because that one, yeah, when it comes to the time that I know Satan's going to get me in the next 12 hours, renewed is a good word.
Good. Are any of these words new to you that you were not using before?
Renewed is new.
Okay, very good. So now, my friends, you have helped with Heidi with her discovery. So we're now going to build on that. So we're going to now the next thing we want to do in discovery, we're going to create a menu of options how to find these feelings. Now, here's where we're going to do the scientific application, the concept joy under any circumstances. When a person has a feeling of laziness, it's usually because they're under lazy circumstances. If you feel anxiety, it's because you're under anxious circumstances. If you feel depression, it's because you're in depressing circumstances. So we're going to plan almost the opposite emotion for the circumstances. So this is what we've learned is how do you feel a weird positive emotion? You intentionally plan to feel the opposite emotion that would usually be there under the circumstances. A very common place we see this is in sports. End of a basketball game, you're on the team that's behind by 3 points, 2 points, whatever. There's 100 reasons to be full of stress, but it's your turn to go up to the free throw line and shoot some shots. And if you're not calm, centered, and clear headed under those circumstances, you're probably going to miss. So, in most cases, we need the opposite emotion, the flipped emotion. The hard part is how do you get from lazy to these feelings? What do you have to do? So, finding it, in parentheses, I'm going to put a series or composition of self talk and actions to get into the new flipped state of mind. So that's what we're looking for on the find it. We're going to ask, how do I get motivated? Question mark. Industrious and renewed. We're going to find things for each one. So if you would please, how would you get yourself motivated? So throw in some ideas for how to go from unmotivated to motivated. Let's listen to energizing music, prayer, review your identity, purpose, and mission related to that. Why am I exercising? Remember why you wanted. Why was I going to exercise? I don't know why I was going to exercise. Okay, Heidi, have you seen anything or do you have any memory of anything that has worked for you to go from unmotivated to motivated?
Yes, actually, I did a lost battle analysis with Katrina a couple weeks ago on this actual thing, getting my butt up in the morning and getting out to work, getting up to do my workout. And so one of the things she helped me learn is the place where Satan attacks me the most, and one of them is forgetting why I'm doing this. And so I actually have a little post-it that that says menopause, and so that's why I'm working out, is because I'm facing some of the really bad side effects of that with my muscle mass and my bones and stuff like that. And so there's my reminder. That helps. And then the place where Satan attacks me the most in the mornings when I'm trying to get ready to work out is like, because of the ADHD. I have a clean clothes hamper and a dirty clothes hamper, and if I can wear it again, it goes in the clean clothes hamper,
Oh.
and if I can't, it goes in the dirty clothes hamper.
I get
and
that.
then someday, every few weeks or so, I put the clean stuff away, and all of my workout clothes end up at the bottom of the clean clothes hamper. And so when I'm done taking my daughter to seminary and using the rest, I sit there in my bedroom and go, I don't have any clean clothes to wear.
I get that. I know. I have a testimony of that.
Yeah. And so what I decided to do, what Katrina helped me figure out to do, is to put my workout clothes the night before, put them out the night before.
If you're finding this video helpful or want to help us reach others in need, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because it really supports our channel. Thank you.
All right. So now we have 3 of those that she's going to use to get motivated. All right. Let's do industrious. What can you do, what have you done to feel industrious? I put in context how doing it makes Satan, who wants us to be miserable, fail and frustrate his plan and aggravates him. I don't condone sabotage, but when it comes to him, it's very motivating for me. I can't disagree with that. Okay, it's like, I don't feel like doing this, but if it like throws him under the bus, it's like, I'm okay with that. Throw a bully under the bus and let him enjoy that. So thank you. Industrious. Now, if you want to change that one, Heidi, because it doesn't work for you, that's allowed too. I like to do a list of tiny tasks I can check on. I can check. Put socks on, check. Put leggings on, check. Put shirt on, check. Get a water bottle full, check. Look at that, 5 check marks already. And that'd be cool if they're on like social media so everyone can like see it. I think I spelled industrious.
I think the best way for me to feel industrious in regards to this is just to get up and do it. Like, just go old school Nike, just get it done. And there's such a sense of accomplishment involved there. It's a good feeling.
Does that overlap with?
Sometimes.
Go ahead.
Sometimes I will count down. Okay, Marquelle, I'm going to count down from 5. And then when I get to 0, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go do it. And sometimes I have to restart from 5 3 times. And I'm like, come on, you can do it. Go. And then I get up.
I know.
It's a real struggle.
Functioning when it comes to starting tasks, it's a real thing.
It is. I'm with you.
Very good. Okay, let's do renewed. How do you find the sensation of being renewed?
Go to bed on time.
Ooh, go to bed on time.
That's a huge one.
Okay.
Huge one for me, because Satan can't use that as an excuse. Because he'll try to do the whole like, oh, you were up too late last night, you're still tired. But you want to know something? If I'm in bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'm just, and he tries that. I'm like, dude, no, I'm not. I'm not exhausted. I got like 8 hours of sleep. Shut up. It's really easy for me to fight him off when I'm able to see that the things he's saying to me is a lie.
Okay, now I want you to notice what's happening here. The more we talk about it, Heidi, what is this doing to your motivation to exercise just by talking about this?
It's helping. I mean, just having this conversation and looking at the tools is that I can use is really helpful.
Good.
You know?
Let's start with name it, then we flip it together and we talk about it. Then we're gonna do find it. Now we're gonna go back to notice it. What we're gonna do when you said laziness, I'm pretty sure you had a certain time of day that you were paying attention to. I feel lazy at this time of day.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what time of
About
day that was?
6:15 a.m.
6:15
It's
a.m.
about 6:15.
What I want you to do now is I want you to think about how often it actually starts the night before or earlier. So we're going to notice it. What we're looking for here, double check to see if the attack starts earlier than you thought.
Sometimes it does.
Okay.
Like if I'm not sleeping well, like if I have a wake up in the middle of the night, if I don't get to bed on time, that's when it starts.
Okay. Okay, good sleep, prayer, scripture study, exercise in the morning before you get distracted doing anything else. Now, each one of us is going to have different circumstances. That's why we customize this for your own circumstances, okay? Now, for me, Heidi, it's right around noon the previous day. Like, have I scheduled too much in my day or something too late in my day that it's going to make it so I'm overexhausted at bedtime, so then I can't sleep, or I left up too much space, or it's just some version of something that gives me the excuse to stay up late, or something like that. We've also learned, like with teenagers in Sons of Helaman, many of them lose battles after school, especially when parents are not there, because somewhere in the middle of their last class of the day, they hear, "This has been a really busy day. I'm overwhelmed. I don't want to think about homework. I don't want to think about life. I just want my brain to shut off." And then as they're on their way home, they get a dude moment that says, "Well, we could get stupid when you get home." And already they've spent 45 minutes experiencing the mood battle nurture. You're too tired. You're so exhausted. You don't care. So you want to double check to see if you're noticing it early in the battle. Okay, so Heidi, do you feel like we've captured the early attacks?
Yeah, yeah. I hadn't thought about the attacks before, 6:15 in the morning. Can I share one more
Yeah.
hint at least that has helped apply to this that maybe others can apply to their circumstance? The number one thing that has helped me with this situation is I finally got a coach. I got a personal trainer. We meet remotely. We've been meeting for like a week. And then today's Monday. This morning was my actual first like workout that, he gave me. He has a little app and it says do all of these things, and just knowing that tomorrow morning I'm gonna have a phone call with Michael. So having a coach can be really, really helpful.
What Heidi's going to do now is she's going to take this information, she's going to put it on some kind of a reviewable document, pencil or electronic, and review and revise it 10 times a day for 21 days. This document, like she's practicing a musical instrument. And as practicing a musical instrument, you improve it every time you go through it until it's practically perfect. And it should only take, I don't know, the whole document is only, 15 to 20 seconds worth of reading. You read through it, make some adjustments, sharpen it, clean it up, make it sound more like you. Do it again 10 times a day. This is where we do the drilling, so that your brain gets faster and faster. Our goal is to get your brain to do mental muscle memory. So you can tell you're doing it right, kind of like if you've been practicing a song with your musical instrument and you can start doing the fingerings and stuff without the music, and you have the song in your head without the music. When she can quote the entire thing from memory on accident, because she didn't try to memorize it, she just repeated it so many times that it accidentally got memorized. That's when it's getting really close to muscle memory, and then when she starts to remember it in the moment of battle. So we're trying to get to the point where she's all like, I know exactly what to do because I memorized it. I know exactly what to do in this situation because I memorized it. So what we can do is any circumstance, if you want to start doing something successfully or you want to stop doing something, the same system works. There's more pieces to it than what we covered today, but this is one of the main elements. Now, once you start doing it, Marquelle, can you tell us in 60 seconds why you love this so much?
It works. And the other reason why is because I'm not victim to the emotions and the thoughts anymore. I actually can take back my power and I can catch it. And it really was just life-changing for me when I learned about, the chemical scale and being able to notice it, name it, flip it, find it. Because I used to just be flooded with emotions and the thoughts, and I thought I was a really bad person because I'm like, why am I thinking about that? I wasn't thinking about that 1 minute ago, and where did that come from? And that I can actually, notice it, name it, I can redirect it, I can actually, go and do something, and it actually really helps me to get regrounded and refocused and step back into my own power and control.